Science and Discovery, Sundial, Telling Time with Shadows. One sunny Monday morning, in a quaint village nestled between rolling hills, 6 energetic children convened in the garden of Professor Pocketwatch's house. The children were there for a special science and discovery lesson, learning to tell time with shadows. The professor greeted the children with a warm smile and presented a mysterious object, a sundial. "Today," Professor Pocketwatch said, "we are going to learn how ancient people told time using shadows." The professor began explaining how the sun's position affects the length of its shadow, and how that determines the time of day. The children listened intently as he demonstrated with a small model sundial. Next, it was time for the children to try making their own sundials. With simple materials provided by the professor, they each constructed their own miniature version of a sundial. They took turns watching as the sun moved across the sky and observed how the shadows changed throughout the day. The group gathered together to share their observations and compare results. Some children were amazed at how the shadow of their gnomes moved so quickly, while others marveled at how accurately they could estimate the time. Professor Pocketwatch then explained the concept of a meridian line, an imaginary line that runs east to west through a location, dividing it into 2 halves. He showed them how this line was crucial in creating an accurate sundial. The children took turns adjusting their sundials to include a meridian line. They observed how the shadows changed more slowly when they were on the meridian line and faster when they were off. As they continued to experiment, the children discussed the importance of knowing the correct time and how sundials played a crucial role in helping ancient people keep track of it. They marveled at the ingenuity of their ancestors and the power of simple observation. The children practiced telling the time using their adjusted sundials. They took turns sharing what they thought the current time was based on their observations of the sun and shadow. Some were more accurate than others, but everyone learned something new from each other's experiments. As the sun began to set, the children marveled at how their simple sundials could help them tell the time during the day. They wondered aloud about how people in the past managed to keep track of time after dark, and vowed to learn more about it. The professor shared with the children an amazing invention from the past, the hourglass. It allowed people to keep track of time even after dark by using sand flowing through a narrow neck. The children were amazed and couldn't wait to experiment with one for themselves. The next day, the children gathered around a large hourglass, excited to see it in action. Professor Pocketwatch explained that it worked by using sand flowing from one chamber to another. "But," he said, "we must remember that time waits for no one, and we can learn so much when we work together."